Hi there, I am Ben Damji, and this is.
I'm Valdís Sigurbjörnsdóttir.
And while we're on it, what country are you from? If you want to start us off.
Oh, I'm from Iceland. It's in Europe.
Yeah. So, what is your native language that you speak in Iceland?
We speak Icelandic.
Icelandic. Okay. Do you feel judged by the way you speak in America?
Sometimes, but it used to when I first came here. But then most of the people actually like my accent or like accents. But I've been to other places in America, like Florida, and then I got judged. Oh, okay, you're clearly not from here. Go back home. But that's the only case.
Did you in your first interactions with newer people, were they still judging you the same amount? Do you think obviously with the people you probably got to know more, they got used to it and liked it, but do you still feel today if you met someone new, do you think they would do you still feel they judge you a little bit or no?
It depends, but mostly just I feel people are more oh, where are you from, intrigued. But
Yeah.
then I make sure oh, you can if you don't understand me, you can let me know.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
make it more
Yeah.
comfortable.
I
for
make
them.
it, yeah.
Yeah. How is clothing used to express your culture back home?
We have my dress culture is so much different than here. For example, here jeans are we would say they're fancy,
Yeah.
casual. Back home jeans are casual, sweats.
Okay, so it's a normal
Yeah,
everyday.
yeah. I go just back home, you go to school, you dress up in your fanciest clothes, and it's more you show. I would say kind of how well put you are together. You would not be
Okay.
caught in sweats in any if you would go to Walmart. We don't have Walmart, but if we had Walmart.
Yeah, if you went to a grocery store.
Yeah, when we go to a grocery store, you don't pull up in like this.
Yeah, because I find myself a lot of times I could not care less if I showed up to a grocery store in pajamas.
Yeah, so coming here, I love it because now I don't have to put that much effort.
Yeah.
I love putting effort in, but I'm not just by it.
Yeah. So how is dress used to express some of your habits/rituals that are specific to your culture?
What do you mean?
So just for habits, everyday kind of things that you do, how does dress relate to that? So you're talking about with the grocery store, you're saying you don't really dress up as much, or you do dress
Yeah.
up a lot more.
Yeah, I would say
back home.
Yeah, way more, and it's more I wouldn't say simple. For example, here you got Forever 21 and stuff, but people would not be I don't shop there because I'm just grown up. That's just graphics and no, you go
Yeah.
plain, clean. I would say clean.
Okay.
A clean look.
So for typical types of dress, it's mostly just pretty plain and colors and that kind of stuff and designs, you would say.
Yeah, more. Yeah, most of our clothes for Iceland, we have Iceland and Denmark. They're Iceland is in Scandinavia,
Mhm.
so Denmark and Iceland we are close to each other. So we have similar clothing culture. So I would say, yeah, clean, more sophisticated.
Okay,
And,
more put together.
Yeah,
maybe?
more I would not show up in a crop top with a bunch of colors. It's more just oh, you show up with a fancier things.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah, this is not really related that much, but this is me more just being curious. So for pricing of clothes, obviously here when you buy sweats, hoodies, it's cheaper than if you're buying nicer clothes to dress up. Is it similar? Does it relate almost when you're back home the pricing of jeans compared to other fancier clothes? Still would you say the pricing of jeans is similar to sweats here, or is there still more?
Most of it kind of most people shop where it is expensive, so
Yeah.
jeans are always gonna be expensive, and if I think about it, I've never found cheap sweats back home. If
Yeah.
I want cheap, I shop from America. I ship them in myself.
Yeah.
I order online. So yeah, jeans here I can go to for H&M. Well, we have H&M, but we all this find them for nothing, what,
Yeah.
20 bucks
Yeah,
maybe.
$20 probably.
Yeah, you can probably not even buy 12 pairs of socks.
Much of anything, yeah.
No, for that you need to if you you need to up your standard, not standard. You have to up or level up if I want sweats, like you go, like back home you would go in like the fancy sweats.
Yeah, it's like nice, a lot nicer.
Yeah, like people. Yeah, like I said, like people don't pull up in like.
They're not baggy, like they're not.
No, like you.
Yeah.
No, I would say that it's like, and if they're baggy, they're like you see in like, oh, they're like structured baggy.
Yeah, like they're clearly put together to look a certain way to be like that. Okay. So tell me about a time when you had to take someone's cultural perspective into account in dealing with them. So like when you're here and you're talking to someone and you're like have to flip it and almost think of it from their perspective. Do you have any like specific examples of that?
Probably the way Americans not talk, because like obviously I've known English since I was young, but like you're not taught how to speak to American.
Yeah.
Meaning that like European culture, people think that we're rude because we always come off with like when I came here, I was just learning to say, like, for example, like, hand me the pen. Like, I'm not learning to say, can you please hand me the pen?
Like more blunt almost.
Yeah, like we're more like direct. Like back home, like if I wanted you to hand me this computer, I would be like, hand me the computer, and you would be like, okay, and that would be the end of the conversation. But if I would say that in America, people would be like, wow, she's
someone would
rude.
be like, yeah, what, like, why are you being like?
Yeah, like what's your problem? So like when I came here, it took me like a couple months, but like I had to like add into like, can you please hand me the computer? Excuse me, like all these little like, so like you be kind of nicer. So like that's what people usually, the stereotypical, if you go to Europe, they're all rude, but that's just the culture. Like you,
it's just different. Like you're just not used to it.
Yeah, like we don't do chit chat back home. Like if you go up to someone and like, hey, so the weather, people will be like, why are you talking to me?
Yeah, it's more of like if you have something like of meaning to say, or
like if
you have
know
a purpose behind it.
Yeah, you have to have a purpose, and usually you have to know the person, or like have like, if you don't know the person, you can't be like, oh, this is a nice day. It has to be like, I know you because of this, or like you have something I want, or like, oh, can you have
there's always something behind it. Like it's motivated by something you want or something that needs to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like kind of like can relate to that with our like soccer coach. He's from Sweden, and he like always says like putting it the American way, and then says it like in a way of like sweetening it up. It's like saying it like a little bit nicer than like he normally would.
Yeah, because we don't take that, like if you would. That's why like when I'm in America, I'm driving with my teammates and I say, skip the song or something. They're like, say please, like they have to like, but I'm not meaning in any way like being rude. It's just like it almost like
gets like rubs them the wrong way.
Yeah, because like I'm not back home, like you can just say whatever, and I'm just be like, okay.
Yeah, just it doesn't. It's not as personal.
No, it's not personal. It's literally just like we just say it to like finish the business. Like I say it with a purpose. I'm not like asking. Yeah. I'm not. Oh, like I want to be. No, I want this to happen and make it happen.
Yeah, instead of like trying to appeal to like the other person's emotions. It's like it's not like anything. So why are we making it a big deal?
Yeah, like skipping the song or something is not gonna. Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have any certain like eating habits or rituals that are specific to your culture?
No, we don't have any We don't have any like eating habits or anything. Like the only thing I can think of is like, but that's not kind of a habit. But like for example, like we celebrate Christmas on the 24th.
Okay.
So we eat Christmas dinner on the 24th. Like that's our main deal. And then like that's pretty much it. But other than that, we just have like old traditional like Icelandic dishes.
How about like the timing of when you guys eat? Like, do you eat like later, earlier, or is it similar? Just to hear like 6, like
I'm pretty sure.
Normal?
Yeah, like we're like, I don't know about Lexington, but like we are kind of more on like the East Coast, right? Like closer to East Coast than like So like, and like we always talk about like for example Boston, New York, like that's more like Europeanized. So like we basically like live the same like family life, I would say. With like we can like you, I don't know about you, but like you play sports, so like you probably just have dinner when you get home or something like that.
It always just like
whenever.
Yeah,
like that's how I grew up. But I also know people back home were like, oh, we eat always together on Sundays. Like which is like I didn't do it because I have practice and stuff, but like so like we have kind of like I'm pretty sure like if you did it or anyone you know like they have like different kind of stuff.
Yeah, because when I lived in Switzerland when I was younger, like even like with us being American, like for the 2 years that we were there, we felt like our family come a lot closer together, and like we found ourselves like eating dinner around like 7, which was a lot later than we normally would here, and like it was always all of us together. Like the house was like an open house where you could open up all the doors and you're like immediately outside. So it was like making it more of like a family ordeal instead of like just like eating food. It became more of like an experience, which I thought was cool.
Yeah.
So, is there anything else that you would like others to know that we have not included here about you or your culture?
No.
No, feel good.
Just say come travel to Iceland. It's worth